YouTube, your girl is back. Your girl is back with another video. All right, you guys. So I am sorry I am late. I'm sorry I am late. I'm not going to try to keep y'all long today, but your girl got to be consistent in 2022, okay? So I said, why not come drop a little video and catch up on the things that we like to talk about here over on the channel? If you are listening to my beautiful voice and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on so that way you'll be notified every single time I post. And I know that a lot of times a lot of people go live at night. So if you're not able to catch this live in real time, it's okay. It'll be available for replay. Hey, Miss Darlene, how you doing? How you doing? Hi, Kari Martin. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for joining. So tonight we're gonna get into some things, honey. Like I said, I don't want to keep y'all too long. I know y'all probably want to, it's 8:41 where I am. So I know y'all probably want to get in the bed and watch some TV. So I'm gonna try to make this very brief. All right, you guys. So one second, y'all. Hey, Latanya Wilkes. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you all for joining. All right, y'all. So today we're gonna catch up with Coco. We're gonna catch up with Miss Coco and Miss LaeLae and talk about what they've been doing. I was just scrolling on YouTube and I was like, okay, well let's see what else is going on these YouTube streets here. So I was strolling on the page. This is a page that also does updates on Coco. Hey, LaShonda Smith. Hi, is you doing? Hi. The analytical eye. So shout out to the analytical eye. They post little clips of when Coco and LaeLae go live and other content or whatever related to the whole Latrice drama. And so I was scrolling and I saw that Coco and LaeLae allegedly had a breakup. And then they had a makeup. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm gonna give my perspective and then we're gonna get into what y'all think. So I when I saw the clip that I saw, Coco came onto the screen and he was pretty much, as everyone knows, pretty much background. Coco and LaeLae, they're now an item, right? They're now together. That's her man. She's standing beside him. And they are together, so to speak, or whatever. And there has been a lot of friction and a lot of controversy and a lot of drama that, in my opinion, is a little draining. LaShonda said, good evening, Steph Gloves. Good evening. LaShonda said it was a skit, a horrible skit. Yeah, that's what they're saying, but I'm gonna get into my thoughts on that. So I saw Coco come on the screen and he, was telling everybody that, him and LaeLae were, broken up. He went on to explain how, he has to get on here. He has to be, in so many words, he has to get on here. He has to be in the drama. He has to address certain things. Hey, CC's life, how you doing? But yeah, he has to address certain things because of course this is his source of income. He had the drama is what sells, pretty much is what he was saying in so many words. And he was saying that LaeLae is not built for this. She can't handle it. She gets very consumed in what reaction channels say, and it causes a lot of friction in the relationship. Yeah, that's what I believe too. I believe it was real, but I think that they tried to spin it into a skit. So I'm gonna get into my perspective on that because what he was saying sounded very much believable. But he pretty much just was pretty much saying that LaeLae couldn't handle, what he came with. And LaeLae called in, she was upset, she cursed him, and then she actually went live and she was just saying, she's gonna fight for her reputation. She doesn't want anyone out here trying to fight for her reputation. And he pretty much was saying that the reason they can't work is because she cannot handle the backlash of the drama that she has signed herself up for by dealing with him. Right. Then a couple of hours later, they come back on the camera together, and everyone is speculating that it was a skit. Now, she did do a Facebook post, and she said that they just have a dysfunctional relationship. They're two strong-minded, powerful people, and they bump heads sometimes, and sometimes some things happen, and they gonna make up and break up, and that's just what it is. And he came on there and he said, "Well, maybe it was a skit, maybe it wasn't a skit. Who knows, right?" So here is my thoughts on this whole fiasco and this whole situation. I just don't understand. And just maybe it's me. But Having to wake up every day and try to be in a relationship with someone who has to constantly talk about their ex-girlfriend for money, to me, that would be draining as hell. Okay? Different strokes for different folks, but we literally live in 2022. You can make money doing anything nowadays. You can have about 4, 5, 6, 7 side hustles. Okay, you can literally make money from your phone without even looking at it. Okay, there are more than enough ways that you can generate some income in this economy. I am just confused at how it is desirable to hear your man talk about his ex-girlfriend every day, all day, argue with his ex-girlfriend every day, all day, go through these emotional roller coasters every day, all day for the sake of your man's income. So the reason why I believe it was real, because anyone, because he was saying she couldn't handle it, anyone would get tired of that. Okay, anyone would be like, enough is enough. And a lot of people, have a hard time feeling sorry for Miss LaeLae, because she did involve herself in this situation, which she did. She kind of walked herself into it and took on some of his problems. So she definitely is going to have to face whatever backlash that he's facing, right? But at the end of the day, I think what Coco needs to understand is, at some point it gets tired and it gets old. And how are you going to have a successful relationship with this woman if you don't know when to just leave it alone and focus on you and her and the peace? Because he said she wants peace. She's worked hard to bring herself to a certain place in life, and she wants peace, and I believe that. If my husband do that, it'll be over. Exactly, Miss Darlene. I'd be like, baby, call me when you done talking about her, because right now this ain't gonna work. Exactly, because I would not have a bus like that in my life. He acts like, yeah, I mean, because it's like, he's saying that, he has to do this. This is his only source of income. He doesn't want to do anything else. He's an entertainer. But it's like, sir, like, you have got to be more innovative. You cannot depend on drama from the internet to pay your bills. It's never going to work that way. It's never going to work. And the things he said about her, and even said the next one wouldn't be on social media. Right. It's just like, it's very confusing, because he is talking as if this is something that he has to do. Like, okay, you know what? If someone, if people got attracted to you because of the whole Latrice drama, and you want to eat off of that and build your platform, all right, cool, do your thing, sir. But I mean, how can you expect someone to be along for the ride? That's a turn off. For lack of better words, that is a turn off. I don't want to sit around and hear you talking about getting into it with your ex 24/7. That is, and it has to be weighing on LaeLae. And she has had to understand as well. That's why when this whole situation popped off, regardless of how you felt for him, you loved him, you wanted to protect him, at the end of the day, you had a chance to just sit back and be like, you know what, this ain't my fight. This ain't got anything to do with me. You could have just sat back in the background and been the beautiful girlfriend over there, just chilling, just watching him do his thing. So it's, now that you involve yourself in it, then people are going to continuously throw you in the fire with him when he done made everybody mad. And he says, oh, I need to test my audience. I got to see which one of y'all is, this and that. It's like, no, sir. I believe that this was a very much so real argument. I believe it was a very much so real situation based on valid feelings. I just feel like, they made up as usual. And I guess my question is, I mean, when is it gonna get old? Like, when is it gonna be like, you know what? I'm this is too much. He knows he would not get interviews without mentioning Latrice's name, which means he has no concept on, he has no talent. Yeah, it's kind of like, sir, like, you gonna have to find something else, because yeah, I do social media as a hobby, but baby, this is not finna pay. This ain't finna pay no real bills. If starting off, now when you get to the hundreds and thousands of followers, and when you get to the hundreds and thousands and millions of views, yeah, you most definitely. But just starting out, especially when you are involving yourself in drama, my prediction is that it's gonna be very short lived. You know what I'm saying? Carrie says he went after her to get back at Latrice. So what does LaeLae expect? He has no respect. Exactly. It's kind of like you are signing your. If you are someone who is wanting peace, if you are someone who has worked hard to get yourself out of a toxic situation, then ma'am, you have just walked yourself right back into another toxic situation because this ain't it. This ain't it. I mean, at the end of the day, I said no respect for LaeLae. But yeah, at the end of the day, do love who you love, like who you like. But I don't think a man who truly loved and respected someone would keep them in drama 24/7, 7 days a week. Like you should want us to be evolving from this. Let's take this internet attraction we got. Let's take this and let's flip it. Let's do something else with it. You know what I'm saying? Darlene says, then get on live yesterday and say she don't care what he said about Teresa Coco. That's the way he is because of Coco. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be reading so fast. Then going to get on live yesterday saying she don't care what he said about Teresa's Coco the way he is. It's because of Coco when it comes to women. When I hear her say that, I was like, wow, really? Hey, Shauna's Place. How you doing, girl? How you doing? Yeah, and she said something similar to that before. Like, this lady did this to this man. She did that to this man. She did this. She did that. But the same way you and him have it out, and whether it's a skit or not, it's on public display. You gave him a few words on social media before. At the end of the day, that's all that happened with him and Latrice. Okay, they were together. They broke up. She dogged him. He dogged her. I mean, I don't understand why people are acting as if this breakup with Coco and Latrice was so disheartening. It was a classical case of a ninja trying to use a woman for some money and for a come up. She caught wind of it and went ham. What, I mean, what you know? So I be very confused at the stance that they take at the justification for them saying, well, he has to talk about Latrice in that way. He has to do this. He has the opportunity to move on and make lemonade out of lemons. I'm doing good, girl. I am doing good, honey. Carrie says he's a narcissist. It's all about him. I know I had one. Yeah, it's giving very much so. It's giving very much so that, and it's kind of like I would be very drained going to work every day, working hard, trying to make an honest living for myself, trying to rise above, and then having to come hell home and hear my man on uh YouTube talking about his ex girlfriend. It'll be like, oh my god. Hey, Miss Yvette. Hey, Miss Yvette. Thank you for joining. Dolly said, this is all narcissist behavior. Yeah, it definitely is. And it's kind of like, even if it's a skit, even if, it's something that they set together and they planned out and they, that's going to bring traction. I mean, how you see what happened with these YouTube couples and they pranks. At some point, that's going to get old and it's going to start having a real wear and tear on your actual relationship. Well, Tanya says he sure was trying to use her for a come up. I was so glad when she finally left him alone. She couldn't see it at first. Yes, honey. When I was watching them, when she was in love with him, I was like, trees. I was screaming through the screen. I was like, what is going on here? What is going on? I was like, oh my God. So I was definitely glad when, everything came to the light because it was kind of like, it was pretty obvious that he was not interested or not here for the relationship at all. And whether or not she said whatever she said to him and went in on him, I mean, at that point, I don't think that any of us as grown people have had a nasty breakup. Okay, I mean, any of us who have dated and been in relationships, people breakups get nasty. So I just don't see why people continuously sit up here and justify his constant, riding the same coattail of this breakup. Like, sir, we the same way we don't want to hear Latrice talking about Coco every day, and we don't want to see her in all this drama every day. We don't want to get to see you talking about her, sir. Move on. Because they'll be quick to tell Latrice to move on, which I feel like she definitely should. So move on too, Coco. Both of them should move on from it. It was a bad breakup. It was a mistake. It was something that, they both saved themselves from each other's, whatever. Move on. Latanya said, I was too. I was like, a blind man can see that he's there for a come up. Yeah, like, I mean, it was clearly obvious. And, you can say what you want to say. Oh, she talked about him. She dogged him. She did this. She did that. But, I mean, this does not change the fact that this man sat in there around her and her children and pretended to be interested for a check, and then bragged about it. Because I mean, I could have gave him the benefit of the doubt if they just didn't work out and he just happened to reap the benefits and moved on. But no, you came on live and you bloated and gloated and bragged about being there for a check. Like there are not a million other ways you can make some money out here. Darlene said, "Yeah, my last breakup was nasty." Right. I mean, it's just like people treated that breakup as if they had never ever seen a breakup before. And it's like so many women ran to his side as if he was some type of victim. It's like, no, no. And we can see in this situation with him and LaeLae, if she like it and that's her man and she's standing beside him, okay, cool. But even in this situation, he is controlling the situation for views and money. I'm pretty sure this lady want to have just a week to herself where you and her can kick it and cool it and vibe, and we don't have to talk about or bring up your ex-girlfriend. We don't have to worry about getting monetary support all because we on here dogging your ex-girlfriend. I'm pretty sure she would desire that. I just can't imagine wanting to be in a relationship or having or thinking that it's a good time to be in a relationship where we have to constantly harp on your past. Let the past be the past. It's the past for a reason. You went through it, you gained some following from it, you gave some attention from it. So let's go ahead and flip this and turn it into something else. That's what I would be encouraging him to do if I was LaeLae. I'd be like, look, I know that this is bringing in money for you. I know people like to hear you engage in certain things. I know you like to respond to certain things to get that engagement and to get people supporting you and to get them cash apps or whatever. But babe, we're gonna have to find another way. We're gonna have to find another way. Let's go on the internet. Let's do some research. Let's see, because we gonna have to find another way. He is gaslighting Lily, and she don't see that it's a part of narcissistic behavior. Yeah, he is most definitely gaslighting her. Like, and I think that what they go through is real because you can hear the emotion in her voice. You can hear her and visibly see that she is upset when these situations happen. This is what the third or fourth outburst they've had, or it's been a few times where they have seemingly had it out or seemingly had a disagreement, and it's just, to me, this would be too much for me to just be getting to know you. For me and you to just have started this, it's different if you my husband and we've been together for 10, 15, 20 years and you just got a baby mama that's crazy. That's a whole different story and a scenario. But you're trying to get to know me now. You and this woman don't have no ties to each other. She ain't your baby mama. You ain't invested nothing with her. You ain't nothing tied up over there. It's very much so possible for you to move on. You can get some t-shirts made. You can go on. You can do anything at this point. You can do some little side gigs, wash some cars on the side, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take this money that everyone's giving you. You can invest this in a business, anything, anything, you know? It's so many ways that you can get a little check here and there. It's no need for a grown man to be sitting on the internet, and letting, this situation with him and his ex-girlfriend, control his whole life. Like, as a man, I just would even want to, like, no, I'm not going to get up on here every day and talk about, no, my ex-girlfriend. To hell with her. We done. That's what that's how I would feel if I was him. If I was a man, I wouldn't want to, indulge in conversations about my ex-girlfriend all the time. Latrice don't talk about him only because of LaeLae and her mess. Right. Because I haven't really heard her mention him until recently. If I went and got my butt in hands to make me more attractive, would I want to sit in an efficiency all the time? She waiting on a ring. I think she have told him some stuff and she is scared he would tell it and she will look bad. Well, at this point, honey, I wouldn't care. Spill my tea, spill it, because I would be fed up, But that is a good observation. She may be, kind of like nervous because she doesn't want to, maybe him and her to get into it and becomes a things and people turn on her. So that could be a pressure. That could be keeping her, in that situation. But it's like, girl, I mean, at this point, we're adults. Hell, everybody done been through a little something. Everybody got things that they've done and they got going on in their life. So at this point, if he gonna tell it, let him tell it. Hell, you know, because my God, like, it's just like, Okay, and I get it. I get it. If you got something that's bringing a couple of racking in a couple of dollars, and you want to keep it going, whatever, sir. But I mean, if you're trying to be in a relationship, then this is not going to work for you. You may want to find something else to do, because there's no way you're going to have a peaceful relationship with a woman and you got to come up off your ex-girlfriend. That ain't gonna work. Miss, I believe it too. Yeah. It's something. It's something. And a lot of times when you get with somebody and you don't made everything all public, a lot of times you don't even want to feel like coming to explain to everybody what happened. Fun fact about me, I used to be engaged, right? Look, people who know me probably like, yeah, and we remember. But yeah, I used to be engaged, and it was embarrassing. It was very embarrassing. Getting engaged, and it's all on Facebook and everybody know, and then you having to then walk around without your ring on, or walk around and tell people that the wedding off, that is embarrassing. So it will make you feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But you got to just wake up and be like, hell, wait a minute now, my peace is more important than this temporary embarrassment that I'm gonna have. Yeah, I'm gonna be embarrassed when everybody asking what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna be embarrassed when it ain't no wedding date or whatever. But guess what, at the end of the day, after all that embarrassment is over, that's gonna die down. My peace is more important than any of this. Okay. And so that would be my message to Miss LaeLae. It's kind of like, girl, choose your peace, honey. Choose your peace. Steph Glow said he likes to cook. He should be capitalizing on that. Right. Hell, everybody love to eat. That's what I thought about doing as well. Doing some TikTok videos. Honey, TikTok is blowing up. Hey, Lady Devereaux. Hey. He's very good at using reverse psychology, so he think, but it's just manipulation. Yes, Carrie, it's most definitely manipulation. It's like you are manipulating this lady to make her feel as if she has to have some type of strength, or she's obligated to deal with this if she wants to be with you. No, you need to understand that if you want to be out here on the market dating, then you are going to have to sacrifice what the coattail of your ex-girlfriend, point blank period. You're going to have to make that sacrifice, and you're not going to be able to ride that coattail until it fall off. You just ain't going to be able to do that. It's just not going to work if you're trying to be out here on the dating scene. Now, if you don't want no woman and you want to be lonely, you want to be arguing with a female all the time, and you want to have a headache, then yeah, keep what you're keeping on. But I don't know how you think, sir, you're going to attract anyone with this situation that's going on with your ex-girlfriend. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, sir. It's not gonna work. I know that it may seem. Yvette Jones says Coco be all over social media, TikTok too. Right, take advantage of TikTok. Hell, cook on there, because I was like, well, hell, I'm always trying. So I'm always going to the store, buying this stuff, cooking this TikTok stuff. I'm gonna start making reels. I'm gonna be doing some Valentine's Day baskets or whatever, just here in my local city. I'm gonna be selling some Valentine's Day baskets, and when I do that, I think I may do like little TikTok reels or whatever, and put it on there, and put the finished product of my baskets. Anything that you can do to kind of if you already have the following, that's something that he can break off and do. If you like to cook, if you like to be creative, TikTok is a wonderful platform for that. Darlene Brown says she really got mad at Coco because I didn't want to go to the police and go see a lawyer. Coco said it on his live. That's why I don't believe that it was a skit. Coco said he's not doing that. Exactly. I think that she is taking this drama serious, and she really wants it to come to an end. And I think that even though she's going to have to understand that she can't engage in it if she wanted to come to an end either. Now, if you want it to come to an end, you can't keep it engaging. But I think that she's trying to get him to seriously end it, and he don't want to end it because it's his check, and that's where the problem is coming in. I think she jumped into a relationship too quick. She would just almost be death in February. I heard about that, and that was I feel for her if she definitely went through that, because that is traumatic. I would be shell shocked, okay, and I would want no parts after. I could not imagine, because I think I've heard people talking about it. I could not imagine going through something that gruesome and then hopping right back into a toxic situation. I would want my peace. Period. She know what Tree said about him is true about his behavior against women. She don't want everyone to know that it was true, because everyone thought Trees was not telling the truth. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what it is too. She probably like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Me and him fall out, and then it's going to give her the upper hand. But at this point, you got to choose yourself first. You gotta choose yourself first. It says, why would a career woman subject herself to a man with no job, car, or place to stay when she got involved with him? Right, that's too much. Trying to deal with somebody who is not financially together is stressful enough in itself. That's why when I got older, when I got grown, hell no, we cannot coexist. We can't mix if you ain't got no money because it's too expensive around here to live for you not to have no money. I'm sorry. You got to have something to bring to the table. Right. It says he also said if she couldn't handle his lifestyle, she could step off. You gonna give me an alternation? Yeah, bye. Exactly, honey. Bye, because this doesn't have to be your lifestyle. And how long do you think that this lifestyle is going to last? At some point, sir, you are going to have to move on. If you know how to cook, get on TikTok and do you some reels. I keep saying TikTok because, honey, I be up at night. I be up at night watching TikTok. But yeah, it's kind of like, sir, you can do something else. You can do something else. You already have the following. You're only gonna want the core people who really support you there anyway. If people fall off because you ain't talking about Latrice no more, let them fall off. They were not gonna be the ones that are gonna get your channel successful anyway. Rock with the core people who are loyal to you and change the narrative. It was that she don't have a brand and he trying to mold her. I was done. Yeah, it was like, you know what, she, because she seemed very emotional. She seemed very emotional, and she was like, you know what, he's not gonna tear down her brand. He not gonna do this. He gonna do it. And I'm like, well, sis, well, she said she ain't gonna let nobody. I don't know if she was referring to him or Latrice, but it's kind of like, sis, well, this ain't the situation to be in if you talking about a brand, because this right here, if you're trying to be on some, boss up, I changed my life, I'm a career woman, I'm a nurse, I'm on my shit. If that's what you're trying to be on, then this right here is not gonna be conducive to that. Tiny Chris said this drama is serious. She recorded a conversation about underage kids and put it on TikTok. Oh damn! See, I didn't know all that. Mm, mm, mm. And it's yeah, and it does get serious. That's why, even with me doing commentary, once I see it going too far left, I even pull away and focus on something else, because there are multiple ways to generate income. Like, you have to pick and choose your battles and make sure that you ain't being too overly indulged. So it's when it comes to Coco and LaeLae, it's kind of like, y'all are not going to have a normal relationship as long as this is continuing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way that you're going to have a peaceful relationship if he can't let this situation with his ex go. Lena Dunn says, I don't think they'll be together. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think it's just a matter of time before she says, you know what, enough is enough. Because what he said sounded very believable. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like she was getting fed up. She listens to what goes on. She listens to the reactions. She listens to the advice that people give her. And then he also mentioned that her family really did not agree with him and her being together and her getting involved in his mess, and her family is absolutely right. He needs to be doing something to draw views without mentioning Latrice's name, because it's gotten old. It is gotten old. Like, sir, you and her broke up. Was that almost a year ago now? It's over with. It was over with. Let's see. Karen Martin says that was her ticket to jail, accusing the kids of those acts, and she forgot to say allegedly. Child, I ain't know all that. Now, I did see some clips, but I didn't understand what was going on in the clip. So that's what was going on. Okay. Hey, Miss Doris. Hi. Thank you for joining. Yeah, she did. When Ocean posted it, she reported, and now he got a strike. Oh Lord. See, this is getting crazy. That's why she got mad and was crying, because that video came out about her talking about Tree's kids. She was thinking about that. So Latrice, yeah, she wasn't lying about his behavior. I mean, she may Latrice, one thing, she may have went in on him and said some things about him, and I think she said some embarrassing things about him. But at the end of the day, her explaining what type of character he has was spot on. She said that he had an attitude problem. He was snap really fast. He was very selfish, and I mean, from what it looks like, that is the behavior that he's displaying. It says, "Oh yeah, I saved it." Miss Honest says, I always knew she was fake. She didn't know what was going on, and he said it. She did. She had. I always knew she was fake, and she said she know what's going on. And he said that she did. She had been watching his page. Yep, he said that, Miss Honesty. He did. He did say that she had been seeing everything that was going on, and she still continued to be with him. So I remember him saying something like that. I do remember, and that's the thing. Is kind of like you know if you were genuinely trying to be with this man, then you should have came in and been like, look, I'm out of it. I know you got a lot going on. I know you and this lady have been going back and forth, and you feel like she's wronged you or whatever, but I have been through enough in my life. I'm just trying to get to know you. All the other stuff I don't care about. Just care, man. Just because you sell it does not always save you. That is true. Because Tasha K was throwing out allegedly here and there, and she still got so she about to lose her job. She you know and if she is, it's kind of like dang, but it's kind of like these men, you have to be careful when that's why it's very important when you get into these relationships to keep your own identity and don't get too wrapped up in what these men got going on, because at the end of the day, it's kind of like a man can cause you, and not just a man, anything, any bad situation, any toxic situation, but being in the wrong relationship. Let me just say that. Let me not say man, because some people, whatever, being in the wrong relationship can most definitely, tear you down, and it could cause you to lose everything that you work so hard for. Even with me, I saw a big difference in me when I was in a long or relationship and really all into it versus me just saying, bump, I'm gonna focus on myself. I was able to be way more productive, work on way more different things, and find way more different hobbies for myself and things to do when I just start focusing on me and put the relationship second. He is supposed to be in anger management classes, so that proves he has a problem, right? Because something had to happen for you to have to do those classes. I don't like a man that talk down on women. Like we would have remained friends, not lovers, right? LaeLae injected herself in the trees. LaeLae injected herself into this tree. Was worried about her. She wasn't, because Trees even tried to come out and say, "Look, me and this girl cousins. It ain't nothing." And then it just kept going and going and going. And now you don't find yourself in a situation where you with this man, y'all can't even have a normal relationship because you got to talk about his ex girlfriend every 5 minutes. I would not let a loser fresh out of prison tarnish my name and put my career on the right. I just wouldn't. Like, I work too hard, sir. It's a great accomplishment to work in the medical field and to be a nurse. I'm not finna sit up here and let you take all this away from me because you want to get on here and talk about your ex girlfriend. Hell no, because the money that I'm making for this is gonna be way more stable and way more consistent than you getting on here banking on some drama with your ex girlfriend. Let's see. Doris McKinney says she trapped. He knows too much about her now. They started lying, talking about it. It's a skit. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Tiny Christian saying you have to go back so you know what's going on because it has nothing to do with him. He's always talking about Latrice. Yeah. Always. Always, honey. It's kind of like it's like at this point, sir, what else is going on in your life? Okay. I want to see the food. I love seeing people cook. Let's see the food. Okay. He said that she reads his comments and she knows it's some thirsty women that want him too. But he finds weak women and do them wrong. Yeah. Cause and that's what happened with him and the deranged lady. It was kind of like he couldn't get anything out of her. That's what he said out of his own mouth. She couldn't benefit him. He couldn't get anything out of her, so he didn't wasn't interested. It wasn't that she, wasn't beautiful or anything of that nature. It was just that he could not do anything with her. And it's like, sir, there's something wrong with you. It says, I'm a nurse in Arizona, and the state board of nursing out here doesn't play. They will revoke your license in a heartbeat. Yeah, I heard that them nurses, they gotta be on a strict, they gotta work, go home, and really watch what they do, because I heard people don't play. All right, and people finding all kind of reasons justify what LaeLae did, what she did. They're sad. She talked with that girl for 3 hours, and soon after that, her and Kolisha was together. Yeah, yeah. It's like this. is draining. Okay. It's kind of like, your relationship is supposed to be, it's supposed to be peace. Okay. Relationships. I was watching Funky Dineva. I like watching him, and he said something very good. He said relationships don't have to be hard. Okay. They don't have to be hard. They do not have to be filled with all this agony and pain and trauma that people make it seem. You do not have to go through hell with someone to have a relationship. And this is too much. Then I said her legs get on my nerves. Darlene says, well, that's a narcissist's job is to look for weak women. That's a part of their behavior. Right. It's kind of like, if the only way somebody can be with you is to be your yes man and to, ride your coattail and to not tell you when you're wrong and to not try to encourage you to do better and move forward. If you want somebody who just gonna amen and be along for the ride and tarnish everything they work for in the interim, then no, sir. Bless Alexander says, is she really a nurse or a CNA? And why did she strike Osha Page but not Latrice? Make it make sense. Yeah, it's a lot of things in this situation. I'd just be scratching my head like, you know what? I just don't know what be going on. Yes, indeed. Her last be sounding so nervous it makes me cringe too. Yeah. It's a lot. It is a lot. And I just be sitting back watching like, ooh, child, but I just, like I said, it's something that we talk about. It's entertainment for us, but it's sad because I know the feeling of, wanting peace and not being able to have peace. And it's kind of like you got to protect your peace. It's 2022. If you don't do nothing else, you got to protect your peace. Okay. Keith said that girl ought to be shamed, but she ain't. Lil Jen says he doing his dirt, but don't want any lawyer involved. Cause he doesn't want any lawyer involved because I'm pretty sure he know a lawyer look at this and be like, look, you need to hang it up, sir. Says, but she's an LPN. Okay. And did you see her get on live the next day laughing like nothing ever happened? She is sick. Yeah, with this situation, it's a lot of sick stuff going on. It's kind of like I just pray that everybody involved in the situation, just finds whatever peace they need to have to move forward. Because it's kind of like we're talking about things, gruesome things, people arguing with each other, going back and forth, going below the belt. It's kind of like, damn, this has got to be draining. I pray Tree go get a lawyer about what they did about the lies about her kids. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. That's why I just said I'm not even gonna go into detail about that because it's like I don't even want to open up the flow for that conversation because that is too. That's just it's a lot. It's a lot. No, he kept saying in the video him and LaeLae broke up because she wanted to involve the police. Lie. And even if she did want to involve the police, it's kind of like you don't want to involve the police. You don't want to get to any type of resolve, but you want us to believe that somebody is harassing you and doing you wrong. Well, if someone is harassing you and doing you wrong, then why would you be opposed to getting the police involved? Because you know that no one is really harassing you. You're feeding into it for the check. So Ocean can't go live no more. I don't know. They did that to distract people away from LaeLae slandering them kids. Yeah, that's a valid observation. It could have been that they did the skit to kind of get the conversation. A lot of people were going in on her about that video. When I saw the video, I was confused. I didn't know if somebody was just calling and telling her. I didn't know that it had been posted on TikTok. Like I didn't know all of those details. But maybe that's why they did the skit to kind of get the to kind of get the conversation brewing. She was trying to get them numbers to 10K and didn't. Oh, who is this in here? I don't know, honey. Listen, he gonna have to. You gonna get blocked, okay? You coming up in here, you coming up in here very thirsty. All right. It says they should have just remained friends. Her last relationship was abusive. It seemed to me she was looking for love and made a wrong turn. Only time will tell at the end of the day if she has potential. Right. Wow, I didn't know LaeLae was one of the one that said it about her kids. Yeah, it's a lot. Honey, I'm finna block. How do I get this freaking man out this chat? Jesus. um, yes, Jesus. Yes, honey. But it says she sure did. Go watch the video on Ocean page. Hmm. It says, I heard Ocean was banned off YouTube for a week because of LaeLae. Yeah, it's crazy. Julie said she wasn't crying. Everyone has a snotty nose at this point. Oh Lord. But yeah. Yeah, it's getting crazy. But to summarize it all up, I don't think it was a skit. I definitely don't. I think that it was very much so real. Very much so real. But I think that, of course, they're gonna say it's a skit. I think it could, you know what I think could have been? I think it could have been a distraction because people were attacking LaeLae for what that video that was floating around. So they tried to do a skit to get her to 10K and it didn't work. Trees got needed to 10K in less than 30 minutes. Tell him to take notes. Okay. Key 32 says, oh, should be spitting facts. So of course they mad. Yeah. Yeah, I think his Latanya says it's his YouTube name Ocean. I think his is like Ocean Waves TV or something like that. Fifi says, I think it was a distraction. They planned that. Yeah, I think that it was a distraction as well. I think it was a distraction to get them away from the video floating around of her laughing about what was being said about those kids. I definitely think because that was a lot. And people were upset about that. Yeah, Ocean's Wave TV. And he does commentary. And Latrice shouted him out, a lot of times as well. Yeah, but I'm like Coco. Coco. But this is the same song and dance, okay, sir. If you want to be with this lady, then find something else to do. Find something else to do. Yeah, Carl, a lot of his followers were mad about it. Yeah, they stay getting mad. It's kind of like you all came over there to support a man who had just used a woman, took advantage of a woman, and thought it was cute. So what do you expect from this man? Like, Latrice have them their idea. Latrice gave them the idea to do it without knowing. She gave them the idea. I saw it on call. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. That she honestly doesn't have the potential to stand alone, and Coco knows more than her. I believe the breakup was partially real, but they also used it as damage control with the video that was leaked. Yep, Beauty J. I think that those are my thoughts exactly. Those are my thoughts exactly. That she is allowed in the apartment. I feel for the neighbors. It says the title of the video. This is how I'll start with 33 Craig. Okay, that's the video I think I was watching. Okay, it says Tricia told him last week to do a skit and act that they broke up or something. Just leave her alone. Yeah, you know. Yep. So and so she could, yeah, she definitely could have unintentionally gave them the idea. And he probably said, "Well, look, baby, everybody going in on you." You know what I'm saying? And they probably did have a real argument, right? They probably did have a real argument, and a real, emotional breakdown. Because she probably was like, "Look, man, I'm tired of this. Let's put an end to this." But then he probably said, "Well, listen, when they made up." He probably was like, look, at least this is going to change the conversation about people talking about you laughing about them children. I think that it was definitely a distraction, but it's kind of like, this should not be somebody's real life. Like this, I could not imagine waking up every day to this is like My here says he is so mean. If it was a skit, he really went in on her. Yeah. Because I think it was another supposedly skit where he was really going in. Even people who don't support Trees didn't agree with what LaeLae did. LaeLae is a sad case. She needs help. Yeah. Because what the thing about it is, it's kind of like if you just got out of a toxic situation, you don't want to, this is not the relationship that you want to walk into. This is not. This is not the relationship that I would recommend anybody being in after a toxic situation, because this is toxic as well. He said they did to see what supporters were loyal to both of them. But it's kind of like, sir, if you all in it for a check, then why do you care? It's either, if you want loyal supporters, Coco, then do what you love to do. Show us your real talents and see who's gonna rock with you when you ain't talking about Latrice. That's how you will know who's loyal. The loyal people are gonna be in those videos, whether you're talking about Latrice or not. The loyal people are gonna support you moving on and doing something else. Those are the people who are loyal. Anybody else who only is gonna support you if you're degrading somebody, that's not somebody that you should want as a long-term follower anyway. He said he always wondered why no one married her if she's all that. Oh, I know he didn't. Yeah, make that make sense. Yeah, like you saying you want to see who loyal. I mean, no one's loyal. They're not loyal to you. They're loyal to the drama that's keeping them entertained. The minute you start trying to be positive or be on some other stuff, the people who don't want to watch anymore, those were the people that you need to get rid of anyway. He don't want to buy her something for her birthday and Valentine's Day too. His supporters better get ready. He already waiting on their incomes. He got to come with something else that we right. Valentine's Day is close, honey, and yeah, I would be like, listen, I don't care about none of that. All this I done been through with you and your ex girlfriend and all this internet drama. If I don't have me a good Valentine's, I know something. Okay. It says her last dude beat her almost to death. She told everyone that maybe she is suffering mentally. Who knows? Yeah, that has to be traumatic. Like, that is so sad. And it's like whoever did that to her, they need to burn, because how could you do that to a woman, or to anybody? So this is definitely not a situation for her if she has been in a situation like that before. Carrie said that was a smack in the face. Why should I marry at 38? That would have been my okay. Like, nigga, why you ain't married? Don't ask me why I'm not married. I'm the prize. Maybe nobody has been good enough for me. Okay. It says his supporters were planning her birthday bash. They want to go on vacation. And it's like people be too invested for me. People be too invested. Like, sir, whatever you want to do for your lady, that's your business. I'm not finna contribute to you doing something for your girlfriend on Valentine's Day. That's where you need to step in, and you should have been saving whatever money you've been getting from your donations or whatever, and you need to get creative. That ain't our responsibility. Hell. We got our own significant others and our own children to do something nice for on Valentine's Day. Ain't nobody trying to sit up here and plan what you gonna do for your lady. What am I getting out of this? I'm not getting nothing out of it at the end of the night from y'all. So what I'm gonna help y'all plan it for? Shoot. You know? hmm But yeah, I said I was not going to keep y'all too long tonight. Let's see. Miss Auntie says we will see if he buy her a ring. Wait, yeah, that would be interesting. But I think they need to slow it down. I think she needs to take a step back and focus on herself. Now they really are. He got to think that him and LaeLae is war to. What I look like planning? Okay, why would I be planning your Valentine's Day, sir? I got my own person to plan Valentine's Day for. He embarrassed two more of his loyal supporters. Told them don't come back. What? Mm-mm-mm-mm. It says have those women sending him money to feel validated and a part of something. I wish I was exactly. What am I sending you money for, sir? I'm sending you money because you use your ex girlfriend and made your platform. What you got enough money when you was over there with Latrice. I wouldn't send you nothing. Okay. It says she worked so hard to lose a license if Treese go forward with this. Yeah, I hope she don't lose her license. He's a man who doesn't love her at all. Actually, to keep it real, he doesn't love himself right. He has some healing to do as well. Their supporters are already wishing pregnancy on them in marriage. That's a bit irrational. Definitely irrational. I mean, how are you going to mix a wish pregnancy and marriage, and this man cannot grasp the concept of branching out and doing something else to generate income besides bashing his ex-girlfriend? If he feels compelled to come on the internet and argue with his ex-girlfriend because that's his income, then they're not ready for pregnancy or marriage, because those are two big things that are going to require a lot of sacrifice. And ain't nobody got time to be pregnant, sick, throwing up, baby crying, ball need to be made, but you want to go live talking about your ex. I ain't got time for that. He not gonna marry her. They call her. Oh, He act like he needs supporters to help the financially pay for all his needs. It's kind of like, sir, it's other things you can do. You literally can go on Amazon and create because I have an Amazon business account, but you literally can go on there and they have like they recommend little resources to you. You literally can sell like journals. Don't have to write a book. Don't have to do nothing. You literally can go on there and you can literally sell just decorative journals, planners on Amazon. Easy money, extra $1,000 a month. She said in one of her lies, if she did get pregnant, she's not keeping it. That says a lot. Well, I don't blame her. He went off on his lady. He called mother. She sent him so much money. I hope she requests her money back from Cash App. No, he did, honey. Underlay for the overplay, not a skit. It was about getting views. Yeah. Thank you. He be begging. Sharita says they both too silly for me. It says, and the mother just sent him $200. It's like, why? What am I sending you money for, sir? Why am I sending you this type of money, mother? Find somebody else. You can go donate it to charity or something. No, it says she better call her bank ASAP and dispute funds for each transaction because ain't no way here. Okay, ain't no way in hell. Okay. They say that he liked to stay in a little box apartment because he's oh Lord. It says, how do we do that on Amazon? Oh yeah, so yes, Miss Blessing. So there are actually some I watched one girl and she was talking about it. And that's who put me on or whatever. Dang, I need to find her channel. Let me see the videos I watch. So yes, now they have a way that because you know how Amazon they let authors publish like children's book, coloring books, things of that nature, and you don't have to have any type of fancy publishing company. Well, no, now they have it on Amazon where you can design your own journals. You can design your own journals and sell them on Amazon. And I wish I knew the girl name because she is giving all the information on it, and I looked into it, and it's a real thing. Dang. I think it's called type in Amazon KDP, Amazon KDP and YouTube, and it's a lot of videos and resources that'll come up. But yeah, it's a lot of easy ways to make money nowadays. Mother been sending him money and gifts all year. Mm. This is outrageous. It says narcissistic love don't love nobody. They act like they love you, keep you around. They don't love their self as the other part. Yeah. Just tap in. You was looking out. In that cubicle, Miss I said. Lord, I don't agree with everything like Latrice does or says, but she doesn't deserve to be dogged like she's been dogged. Yeah, and that's all I be trying to say. I definitely don't agree with everything she do or say. I wouldn't do some of the things that she do or say, but some stuff is kind of like, all right. It says, y'all remember Petunia Reba and all they sent Reba 500 mistake, and he said she didn't, but her daughters had the screenshot. Oh, I know Petunia. I can't talk about Petunia and Reba now. They from my hometown. I love look. I mean, Petunia actually went to school together, but I did see that. I did see that. But people got to be mindful when they send this stuff. Like, why are y'all sending this type of money? That's the reason he wants to leave the house. Latrice, that's one reason he wants to leave the house. Treese be on go. He can't be out the yard too long for he got okay. Treese had him working, honey. Okay, that's probably why he was over there fed up. Okay. Carrie says, but it was true. I saw it. Yeah, no, I did see that, Miss Carrie. I did. I think I don't know what happened with it. I didn't watch that live, but yes, that did happen. But then I think they put up a disclaimer like, listen, if you sent it, you can't get it back. But yeah, I did see that. It says, what town are you in? I'm in Chicago. I'm from Georgia. I am from Georgia. Macon, Georgia. Yes, that's abuse. He broke down his supporters why 499 is supported to pay if he needs a new phone, etc. Lord. Free fee say, yeah, them kids shouldn't have been included. I hope LaeLae paid for what she did. And Coco too. He spread sexual allegations, but he deleted the video. I actually felt bad for LaeLae at first, but now I don't. They deserve each other. Can't sound like Reaper though. Yeah, they be having me cracking up. Yeah, me and Petunia actually went to school together, honey, and I be watching every day, and I swear I be laughing, I be rolling, honey. Okay. They told her to send a screenshot of the cash app. Oh, okay. Tree said, okay. She said, Tree, okay, Beauty J. Tree said, who? Who? Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you, but you gonna work right here, honey. Trees had him. He used to be sweeping that warehouse looking so frustrated, honey. Trees had him working for that money, okay? Listen, and that's why he can last, honey, okay? Because listen, he said he has 3 iPhones. It's kind of like, well, you need to set some of the phone, sir, because you only need one, maybe two of you, do business. It says his goes for to pay for those 3 phones. Child. And I'm not knocking nobody for, getting help from their supporters, because social media is a beautiful place where people love you and they want to help you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, you have to be careful how you get it, because it's kind of like, you don't want to build your platform and what I'm saying? You don't want to have everything you going on based off of some drama with your ex, because it's kind of like it's ex for a reason. You don't want to, I would not want to have to relive what happened with me and my ex over and over and over again every single day, just because people are going to support me and send me cash apps. That if especially if I'm trying to be with somebody else and love on somebody else, there's no way I can do that dwelling on what happened with me and my ex. Yeah, don't abuse the help though. Yeah, exactly. Just don't abuse it. It's kind of like you can be grateful for it, because some people are thoroughly entertaining. Like I can see why people want to support. Like I said, it's something I be on TikTok, I be on Facebook, and it's people who literally I watch and I laugh and laugh so I can't laugh no more. And I can imagine how therapeutic that is for some people who are sitting at home and they may be going through something, and you get a good laugh for the day, or you get in better spirits. So I understand that, but at some point, it's kind of like, sir, is everything he got his supporters about? He named it all, Lord. Exactly. Now, but he be verbally abusing people when he don't have his way. Yeah, he definitely. They do be posting little clips of him, and he do definitely get very upset and very frustrated. And so I can imagine being his lady and being his woman, being around him when he acting like that. Because I'd be like, well, nigga, you gonna have to find something else to do. Oh well, they didn't send the money. Oh well, they didn't support. They didn't share the video. What? Oh well, find something else to do. It's more than one way to skin a cat. It says, I hope he is saving some of his money to pay YouTube and Facebook taxes to the IRS. Okay. But yeah. So all in all, we will see, it continue on. Like I said, they said it was a skit, but I definitely don't think it was a skit. I think it was more of a distraction. Um, it says he can't help himself. He still loves trees, but she kicked him to the curb. Yeah. There's a lot of gullible people on social media, not knocking them. They probably got a good heart, but don't ask for big. Just let them give on their own. He does abuse them. I think some of the things he's talking directly to each one of them when he calls them queen. He can delete all he wants, but we have the videos. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to pay taxes on this money, honey, okay? But yeah. But yeah, you guys. So it was nice talking to you all. I'm gonna let y'all go, honey. I'm finna go ahead and tend to my child and get her ready for bed tonight. But yeah, we're gonna be tuning in, honey. We are going to be tuning in. Therese caught him talking about her money and she made him pack his bags and sent to his brother's house. I'm sorry, that whole like watching him and her together in the back and forth, it was quite entertaining. So it wasn't scared at first. Yeah, I don't think it was at first either. But yeah, and that's what I honestly can see why people really covered that drama and wanted to talk about it, because it was thoroughly entertaining. Okay, it was thoroughly entertaining. But oh Lord, I'm cracking up because it was kind of like Treese. She was not playing, okay? But it comes to a point where you have to be like, okay, okay, Coco. We understand. We get it. You hate your ex-girlfriend, you think she evil. Okay, what's next? You trying to love on Miss LaeLae now. What you gonna do? Thank you, Linda. Love you too. Love you too. But yeah. It's this key says right. They're mostly old lonely women sending him money. I'm legit confused. Yeah. Something ain't right. Ah, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Crisper. Thank you for supporting. Thank you all for joining my live. Like I said, I'm trying to be more consistent, y'all. I'm trying to be more consistent, honey, trying to get these videos out in the midst of me working. Um, yes, she made it so funny when I when I think about how she went in on him. I was like, Lord, it was like watching Love and Hip Hop, okay? But that see, social media does that for us. It gives us a little laugh. You know what I'm saying? But thank y'all for okay. I think I let me see. Am I still on here? Hello. I think it messed up.